want to make sure you have fun on your Carnival cruise vacation. But remember, this ship isn't like any hotel. It's a floating hotel in the middle of an ocean. So here are some safe cruising tips made just for you. Tip number 1. Your stateroom is where you will start your vacation. Always remember to turn on the light the moment you walk into your stateroom and when you wake up in the morning. These staterooms can get very dark, which is great for vacation sleeping, but could create a challenge when trying to find the bathroom. Also, make sure you keep your bathroom door closed at all times. This will make it easier to move around your stateroom. There are a few thresholds in your room, which are little steps in the doorway. Stubbing your toe is not fun for anyone, so remember to turn on the lights to avoid tripping. Your stateroom may also have bunk beds. If you are in the top bunk, you need to remember to take your time and be cautious when climbing up and down the ladder, and never try to jump off. The ladder should always remain in its correct location and position. If you move it and are unsure where to put it, your stateroom attendant will be happy to show you. And that is safe cruising tip number 1.
We want to make sure you have fun on your Carnival cruise vacation. But remember, this ship isn't like any hotel. It's a floating hotel in the middle of an ocean. So here are some safe cruising tips made just for you. Tip number 2, doors. I bet you didn't know how many types of doors are on a cruise ship. There are 6 different types of doors on a ship. Elevator doors, sliding doors, balcony doors, fire screen doors, watertight doors, and stateroom doors. Our biggest and most important tip when it comes to the doors on board is don't put your fingers or hands in the door frame to try to prevent them from closing. Many of these doors are heavier than the average household door, so be careful. Also, on your way outside to the outer decks, keep in mind that those doors may become heavy if it is windy. So if you see a caution sign on the door, proceed with caution. And that is safe cruising tip number 2.
We want to make sure you have fun on your Carnival cruise vacation. But remember, this ship isn't like any hotel. It's a floating hotel in the middle of an ocean. So here are some safe cruising tips made just for you. Tip number 3, outer deck. The outer deck is always the place to be and where you'll find all the fun. As soon as you step onto the outer decks, make sure you find the rules that are posted for your safety. Everyone must follow the rules. Kids, parents, and even grandparents should never run on the deck, jump over chairs, or any other structure, even if there's an event going on. While cruising, everyone wants to get a tan. As you find that perfect sunspot, be aware of the other lounge chairs that may have been moved by other guests. Also, be careful as you're adjusting your lounge chair to not pinch your fingers. Remember, when you are cooling down in the pools, not to dive. All of the pools are to be enjoyed by lounging and no diving. If any guest would like a life jacket to use, they are available at the main pool. Next, make sure you dry off when you exit the pool and whirlpool areas. And finally, if your children want to have fun in the pool or water slide, please make sure you're able to see them the entire time. Children should never be left unattended. And that is safe cruising tip number 3.
We want to make sure you have fun on your Carnival cruise vacation. But remember, this ship isn't like any hotel. It's a floating hotel in the middle of an ocean. So here are some safe cruising tips made just for you. Tip number 4, balconies. Let's talk about the beautiful balconies. Winds can close balcony doors pretty quickly, so always keep hands and feet clear of the door frame. The next tip is pretty important. Don't open your main stateroom door while your balcony door is open. This causes the air pressure to change, and the balcony door will close quickly on its own. There's also a threshold at your balcony door, which are little steps in the doorway. Make sure you take a look before you step through the doorway. As you enjoy the warm ocean breeze, never climb on any railings or any furniture on the balcony, and keep a close eye on any children who may be outside. There's absolutely no smoking in your stateroom, including the outside balcony. There are designated smoking areas located around the ship. Information can be found in your stateroom guide and on the Carnival Hub app. At Carnival Cruise Line, the environment, just like your safety, is very important to us. So please do not leave any clothing, hats, or items on the balcony which may fly away. And never throw anything over the balcony into the ocean. And that is safe cruising tip number 4.
We want to make sure you have fun on your Carnival cruise vacation. But remember, this ship isn't like any hotel. It's a floating hotel in the middle of an ocean. So here are some safe cruising tips made just for you. Tip number 5, gangways. Getting off the ship and exploring the ports of call is one of the most exciting things about cruising. So let's make sure we know all we need to know about our gangways. Gangways are how we enter and exit the ship. Please remember to use the handrails when you're exiting the ship and do not rush to avoid tripping. There may also be a lower ceiling on the gangway, so be aware when you're walking off and duck just a little. Since the gangway is the way off the ship, it is exposed to the outside elements like rain, wind, and sun. So as you're walking off, be cautious and ready to enjoy the ports. And that is safe cruising tip number 5.
We want to make sure you have fun on your Carnival cruise vacation. But remember, this ship isn't like any hotel. It's a floating hotel in the middle of an ocean. So here are some safe cruising tips made just for you. Tip number 6, water shuttles. Did you know that sometimes a cruise ship is unable to dock at a pier because the water may be too shallow? When that is the case, the ship will drop its anchor further away from the pier and guests will take water shuttles to get to the port of call. This is called a water shuttle port. Water shuttles are little boats that guests will get on to go back and forth from the pier. It's like having a mini boat tour before your amazing shore excursion. The most important tip you need to know is that you will be walking off a big moving ship onto a small moving boat. So make sure you hold on to the handrails and take your time. Don't worry, the water shuttle will wait for you. There will always be team members and operators present, so if you need assistance, just ask. We are here to help.
We want to make sure you have fun on your Carnival cruise vacation. But remember, this ship isn't like any hotel. It's a floating hotel in the middle of an ocean. So here are some safe cruising tips made just for you. Tip number 7, smoking on board. At Carnival Cruise Line, the safety and well-being of our guests and crew is our number 1 priority. And we have a very important smoking policy that all guests need to understand. Smoking is a fire and safety hazard. For this reason, it is necessary to strictly limit smoking to areas that are frequently monitored by our crew. This applies to all forms of smoking, including cigarettes, cigars, pipes, vaporizers, and electronic cigarettes. Carnival Cruise Line strictly prohibits possession and use of smoking recreational or medicinal marijuana. Any violations to our smoking policy will result in a $500 charge and potential disembarkation from the ship. We have strict safety guidelines that allow us to provide a safe environment while giving some options to our guests who want to smoke. So, smokers, listen up. Smoking is only allowed in designated areas. Exact locations for public smoking can be found in your fun times and on the Carnival Hub app. All staterooms and suite accommodations, including outside balconies, are non-smoking. Cigarettes or cigars must be extinguished in the disposals provided for this purpose in public areas. Under no circumstances must a lit cigarette or hot ash ever be thrown overboard, as this could blow back into the ship and start a fire. Never leave smoking materials unattended. And that is safe cruising tip number 7.
Our Carnival Smile and Go facial recognition technology is here to help make your cruise experience easy breezy. Using Carnival Smile and Go will minimize wait times and maximize the fun time on your vacation by helping you to board the ship easily, access your onboard sail and sign account securely at designated kiosks, safely check your child in and out from our youth programs, and quickly find your photos at our Pixels gallery. And we've made it super easy for you to opt into Carnival Smile and Go when completing your online check-in and opt out anytime you're aboard the ship. Customs and Border Protection also uses their own facial recognition technology for debarkation purposes. And it's important for you to know that while you can opt out of Carnival Smile and Go, this will not apply to CBP's technology for immigration clearance. Your safety is our highest priority. So before the fun gets started, let's take care of some important business by following these quick and easy steps. Before leaving home, download the Carnival Hub app. Once on board, locate your muster station on the app. It is also listed on your boarding pass. This is the place you need to get to in an emergency. Since it's the most important location for you to remember on your cruise, say it out loud 3 times so it sticks like glue. Now you know what it is. We need you to know where it is. Follow the signs on the ship to get to your muster station. You can also refer to the app for guidance on how to get there. If you are able to, use the stairs, as elevators cannot be used in case of an emergency. Once you get to your muster station, find a Carnival team member and check in with them. Lastly, when you get to your stateroom, please watch our safety video featuring Shaq, our Chief Fun Officer, on your stateroom TV. He'll give you the Safety 411. And that's all, folks. After you've done these easy steps, you'll know where to go in case of an emergency, and your vacay will be underway.
Let's face it, it's not fun getting sick, especially on vacation. So while we're busy making sure you're safe and having fun, here are some important health tips for you to remember. Wash your hands often. Colds, the flu, and viruses can spread by indirect contact. Washing your hands often is the best way to prevent getting sick, including after you've touched things that others touch, like handrails, and onshore excursions too. When you wash your hands, make sure to scrub the back of your hands between your fingers and your nails. The act of scrubbing will physically remove germs, no matter the temperature of the water. How long should you wash your hands for? Sing happy birthday twice, out loud or to yourself. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, or mouth. Germs are often spread when a person touches something that is contaminated with germs and then touches their face. As an extra precaution, use the hand sanitization gel available to you throughout the ship. Do the elbow cough. No, it's not a new dance move for the deck party. The elbow cough can reduce the spread of viruses that love to cling to your bare hands. And it's easier than the wobble. Simply cover your face with your entire elbow when you cough or sneeze. And please, 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 keep your hands out of the food at buffets and common areas. Use the utensils provided. For the time being, no shaking hands or free hugs. We're inviting all of our guests to use the same greeting Carnival crew give each other, the sign of the funnel. And if you've got a drink in your hand, a thumbs up will do. If you get sick, visit our medical center to get checked out. They will help with the right medications and advice. Also, if you're sick, please remain in your stateroom for extra rest. And stay hydrated, especially if you have a fever. There will be plenty of fun waiting for you after you've gained some strength back. Got all that? Now go out there, stay healthy, and have fun.